Hello everyone, my name is Jenna Hackman and today I'll be presenting my spring 2024 internship project. I interned at Renda Broadcasting, who also goes by Renda Media. They have 4 radio stations in the Southwest Florida area, the most popular probably being Gator County, so let's get into it. So, a little background on me. I am an FGCU senior majoring in journalism with a concentration in public relations and a marketing minor. Before I was interested in radio, I was a magazine intern at Gulf Shore Life. I thought I wanted to write for magazines when I graduated, but then I got out of that and I decided to go for radio. I had work published in Eagle News, the school newspaper, Cape Coral Breeze, and of course during my time at Gulf Shore Life, as I wrote a few articles for them. You could see on the top left, I used to do events for Southwest Florida kids in April and just any other, like all the other months. And Cape Coral Breeze, I wrote about some research that they actually did for the water school, and I sent it to them, and they published an article on that as well. Lastly, before starting my radio internship at Renda Broadcasting, I volunteered as an on-air talk host at Sugar 95.7 FM. They are a small, locally based nonprofit radio station looking for FGCU students, and so I went on there, and I didn't expect that they would be looking for a talk host, but I mean, they put me on, and that is my little advertising picture that they have on their website. And then here are a few pictures of me actually at the station recording. I would go on live in the mornings and do what we called the lunch mix, where we would just talk. And I actually got this volunteer job so that I could prepare for my internship at Renda Media, and it was a lot of fun. All right, so for my internship overview, some highlights. Renda Media. So I found Renda Broadcasting when researching local stations to intern at. I was initially hired by Terry Beard, who supervised me until he retired, and Chelsea Murphy took over. My hours varied depending on the day and my classes at my internship. I worked Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. My shortest day was Wednesdays 9 to 12, 9 to 12:30, and my longest was 9 to 4. As for the internship site, they actually have 18 stations across the U.S. I worked on site at the Bonita Springs location. There are 4 stations in my building, but again, I mainly worked for Gator County. At the start of my internship, I worked at the front desk welcoming and awarding prize winners that came in. I answered phone calls, so anyone that would call in with questions, and I assisted with technical side work and research. Some notable experiences that I had later on: promotional voice acting for audio advertisement. That I was really excited to do. I recorded some station identifiers, so audio clips in between songs, and I learned how to use computer software to help extend dates for softwares, or for sponsors. And here I took some photos. I thought I would take some pictures for the start of my internship. This was me working at the front desk. And the second photo is going to be when I started doing extends. I'm going to include some pictures later on voice recording that I did for advertising and station identifiers. And we get deeper into that. For this slide, my career goals, I included some extensive explanations on each, but I will just, on this slide, for the voiceover, give a brief on all 5 of them. So my career goal before graduation is going to be to get a 3rd internship, ideally in PR, since I haven't gotten one of those yet. Radio positions, both positions I worked in radio have been extremely fun, and I kind of felt lost after my internship at the magazine station. I didn't think it was for me, and then I didn't think journalism was for me, but I just fell in love with radio after doing those 2 positions, so I hope to do that in the future. PR jobs, that's probably a goal for me long term. When I do graduate, hopefully I enjoy that 3rd internship. I love journalism a lot, but PR sounds more ideal for my long-term financial goals. Writing, like most journalism students, I got into journalism because I love writing. So a future goal for me would probably in the next 10 years be to publish a novel. Marketing, while it's not my greatest strength, I do hope to personally utilize my marketing minor in a profession. And I've been challenging myself a lot to incorporate it into the work I do, such as, doing voiceovers for commercials. For learning outcomes, my first objective was to improve my verbal communication skills for recording and live on-air conversation, and I learned how to dramatize certain words and vowels to amplify an excited tone and character when I was trained by a radio personality at the station. My second objective was to learn the basics of work done behind the scenes and how to use the technical equipment. And so I did do that. I was taught to record and edit audio and what programs are used to input music, edit clips, and format the station schedule. And that was also a lot of fun. As for my mentorship experience, originally my mentor was Terry Beard, who worked at the company for decades and introduced me to everyone in the building before he retired. He's the reason I got a lot of experience and made a lot of connections. When he retired, Chelsea Murphy took over and she offered me a lot of opportunities, such as coming to watch the morning show, joining her on sales pitches, and coming to work promotional events. In terms of radio communication, I feel my greatest contribution was assisting in voice acting for ads and in between songs. They were telling me how hard it is to find voice actors, female voice actors, and they were excited to train me on vocal work, and I thought it was a lot of fun. A way that I improved my professionalism was buying more professional outfits. I found a lot of a little cheaper ones on Shein, but it was worth the payoff. I wanted to communicate to my employer that I was taking the position seriously and respected the work environment, and it made me feel more confident in doing my job as well. As for connections, I connected my experience to the career competencies regarding technical and computer knowledge. I was taught how to use specific systems and programs used in radio, and I eventually became comfortable using the software by doing side work until I was ready to reach the next step. I connected this experience as well to the communications and media studies subject taught in journalism and PR classes. For example, the verbal communication skills I learned align with the public speaking activities in my PR courses. And for my last slide here, I'm going to be talking about the greater impact of this internship. So for my future career, my experience at Renda gave me the perfect leg up in experience because it taught me elements of journalism, PR, and marketing, everything I'm studying. Not only did I learn a lot of industry knowledge, but the combination of experience from every subject I'm studying will be a valuable asset to my resume. As for education, as I mentioned, this is my second internship, and as with the first one, I finished with a different understanding of what I wanted to study. I did not think that journalism was for me after my first internship, but I learned that that was just because it was the position, not my major. But after interning at Renda, it taught me that, I really do enjoy the radio path in journalism, and it strengthened my concept in my studies, knowing I'm on the right path. As for greater community, an aspect of journalism that's invaluable to me is entertaining and educating the local community on current events. I don't feel like the world feels so large when you establish a grounded sense of community, and I'm proud to play a part in that.